Hey guys, what's up? It's Phoebe from Alternative Twist Radio. So today we have Chris Hale from the Whythouse joining us from Canada. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Phoebe. Thanks for having me on today.
Yes, I'm so happy that you were able to join us on.
Thank you.
Tell us about the Whythouse and how it all began.
Oh, wow. Well, I can tell you Whythouse has been around for a good part of 20 plus years. We were very big, actually, in Canada here in the early 2000s. We were actually a pop, rap, R&B group at the time. And we were signed to a label called Attack Records. And, you know, we toured, we did big shows, we did all that kind of stuff. We charted across Canada. And then in about, I would say 2005, 2006, we had some falling out within the group, and we ended up splitting up at the time. And, you know, years gone by, and as you know, people find me on Facebook as Plexomatic Beats. That's my own personal page. So I did a lot of production music for film and television, other rap groups, and things like that. And then when COVID hit, my studio business and my production business kind of halted. And I was like, wow, what am I going to do? You know? And I started going stir crazy at the time. And my old partner from the group back in the day said, hey, you know, do you want to do some work? And I was like, yeah, why not? Right? So we did a song called Slow Motion. And he's like, hey, you want to put it out as Whythouse and see what happens? Because, I mean, as back in the day, we were a thing, but this is kind of before the internet. So I'm like, man, no one's going to know who we are. So it's all good. Let's do it. Right. And this song, Slow Motion, just went boom and blew up. And I think we were like 250,000 streams in a couple months. And it was just insanity. Right. So here I am. I'm back at it and doing the do. We rebranded a bit on what we're doing as far as what the Whythouse is and who is the Whythouse. But yeah, that's where it all started back in the day, Toronto, Canada. So
that is so cool. So that must have been a real struggle, especially before the internet. You had to probably do things all like old school, you know, actually send your CDs to the radio station. You had to actually call them instead of just send an email or something, submit it online.
Yeah, and you know, I remember back when we were shopping our record to labels and radio, we would just show up and sit in offices and wait and hope that someone would come out and, you know, take it, right? Or it got to a point where I'm not leaving until you listen to this. And if you're not going to listen to it, I'm not leaving it, right? So it was a different ball game altogether back then, that's for sure.
So tell me about the Whythouse and who is the Whythouse now that you mentioned about it?
Sure. Well, the Whythouse now is me, but I brought in a bunch of artists, and we've got a moniker now called the Urban Pop Collective. So the Whythouse is basically a vehicle. It's a house, and in each room there's a different genre of artists that I'm working with, and collaborations primarily, as well as my solo work. But it's more of a vehicle. There's different rooms in the Whythouse. In each room, there's a different genre. So on this record, The Country Files, that I've released recently, you'll know and you'll find that there's different artists that are with me appearing on that. And this is the beginning of what I have planned for the Whythouse. So yeah, it's kind of cool.
Very nice. And do you want to tell me why you spell the Whythouse the way you spell it? I find that kind of interesting. It's easy to remember because, you know, for me being in the US, I think, oh, it's the Whythouse, but it's not. It's spelled differently. So you want to tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. Well, see, back when the Whythouse first started, the name was given to us. And how that came about was back in the day, when battle rap and hip hop culture was a really big thing, we used to hold these huge parties on the weekends at my place, or mine and my partner's place, and it was a Whythouse. And we were on a corner lot. So we would hold these bashes and, rappers would come in and there'd be battle raps going on and all this kind of stuff. And we would party, and we kind of got coined those guys in the White House. And we decided to keep it, but try and get rid of the color aspect of it. And this is why we changed the name, or the spelling of the name. Because being a white guy doing hip hop music back in those days, it was just like, because there really wasn't anybody. Vanilla Ice was the only guy doing it, right? And Fred Durst and, the odd couple guys. So we kind of wanted to try and get the color thing out of it. And just kind of, so that people didn't judge right off the hop, right? So yeah, that's how the Whythouse got its name. It's pretty cool.
I love that you want to integrate every kind of different musical genre. Excuse me. When I first heard your music on, I think I found you on like Facebook or maybe TikTok. And I was like, oh, cool. I like this song. Yeah, this is nice. And then I saw a picture. I was like, oh, well, that's different. But then I was like, well, who cares? Who cares?
Right.
There's all kinds of different people and all kinds of different music. And the point is making the music, letting the people hear your music and your stories behind it, and
right.
It's really catchy too. I really like your songs.
I appreciate that. Well, see, I'm trying to do, there's enough division in the world to have it in music. And I think what I'm trying to accomplish is a universal vibe rather than, that guy's, pop or that guy's country, or it's, it's music is music. And if you can incorporate all those genres, it makes something universal, makes something that lasts more than 30 seconds, in the grand scheme of things. That's the goal. And if we can touch base on multiple genres to be able to do that and jump in and out of those genres at the same time, it makes it's a good business aspect as well as viable. And, it's more about trying to bring people together, of all walks rather than have some kind of, barrier in the way. Well, I can't listen to that because of that. But if it has elements of what you listen to in it, that might bring you over, right? So that's the goal.
I love that you want to bring people together because I totally agree, whether in Canada, the US, UK, I'm sure there's division in all kinds of aspects. And that's what we need nowadays is to have people be brought together. And music, it's therapeutic. People chill out when they're listening to it, and it brings people together and you have fun and you relax. That's the important thing.
Well, and that's the other thing. We're trying to also keep it on an upper vibe rather than, dismalness and destruction and gangsterism and all these other things that come into a lot of music today. We try and make happy music, music that makes you feel good, music that you can listen to having a few beers in the back patio at the campfire, things like that. These are the things that bring people together, and it's the kind of music that goes with that. So, yeah.
So why don't we take a pause and we'll watch your music video. You sent over Let It Roll, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I sent over Let It Roll. I love that song. Let It Roll was actually inspired by the first date night my wife and I got to have after they opened everything back up. It'd been 2 years here in Canada that my wife and I were able to go out and do something. So it meant a lot to me in that retrospect. And I was inspired by this date night that my wife and I finally had, right? So, we got the kid out of the house. She went to some friend's place for the night. And my wife and I got to enjoy each other finally after such a long period of time. So the morning after, I actually wrote the song. And when we watch the video, you're going to find that my wife is in the video with me and my daughter. It's shot at my home. It's a very personal video for me. And also, hopefully, people can relate to it and gravitate to that vibe. I got the inspiration musically from Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On, which we did happen to play the night of our date night in our living room. And so, yeah, that's the song. It's Let It Roll. You all know what I'm talking about. Let it roll, right?
Very cute. I think the second you say date night, all the parents, all the adults will roll. Yeah, we know.
Yeah. We really needed it. And I think COVID either made or break relationships with couples. I mean, because most of the time, we're at our jobs. We get to spend a couple hours with our spouse a day, not every day, all day, right? And then, and then all of a sudden it happens. You're stuck there. You're like, yeah, what are we going to do?
So let's watch your video. Let it roll.
All right, check it out.
So you're going out for a night with your friends, huh? Yeah, no boys. Okay, and you be good. Okay. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. You have a good night.
Okay, bye-bye.
There, bye. I love you. Bye.
Let's go now. Break of dawn. And let it roll, let it roll, let it roll. We got the sweet love and melody, baby. Come closer to me. And let it roll, let it roll, let it roll, let it roll. We got the sweet love and melody, baby. Come dance with me, sexy lady. Cloud 9 down the hallway. All I'm smelling is a sweet perfume. We can do it yours or my way. And just tell me and I'll push on through. It's been so long since we had the house alone. No kids, no friends, no phones. Oh, let's go now. Let's roll now. Till the break of dawn. And let it roll, let it roll, let it roll. We got the sweet love and melody, baby. Come closer to me. And let it roll, let it roll, let it roll, let it roll. We got the sweet love and melody, baby. Come dance with me, sexy lady. Whoa, let it roll, let it roll, yeah. Let it roll, come on, baby. Sexy lady. Marvin Gaye playing on the radio. Let's get it on, baby, let's go. Oh, let's go now, let's go now. Break of dawn. And let it roll, let it roll, let it roll. We got the sweet love and melody, baby. Come closer to me. And let it roll, let it roll, let it roll, let it roll. We got the sweet love and melody, baby. Come dance with me, sexy lady. And let it roll, let it roll, let it roll. We got the sweet love and melody, baby. Come closer to me. Sweet love and melody, baby. Come dance with me, sexy lady.
Okay, cool. That was a very fun story.
Cool.
Very cute.
Well, it's totally true. So it makes it. See, that's the other thing is I'm trying to be as real as possible with my music, because everything that I write about, every song that you hear that we do, happened or is real. So that's what makes it honest. I'm trying to keep it honest at the same time, right? So nobody wrote it for me. I write everything. I produce everything. So it's very personal, right? And the more real we keep it, the more people relate to it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's all that people want nowadays, especially nowadays, to relate to the artist, relate to the music. And because people don't know if we're all going through the same thing. And actually we are, but no one just
Yeah,
really talks about it, you know? So being real
exactly.
is so important. Yeah. Being vulnerable and open to your audience.
Hi, this is Chris Hale from the Whythouse, and you're listening to Alternative Twist Radio. Phoebe, thank you for having me on the show today. It's much appreciated, and we look forward to talking again very soon. And you can find me on Spotify, YouTube, all the platforms. Our website is www.thewhythouse.com. That's spelled WHYTHOUSE.com. You can pretty much find us anywhere. You can purchase and download everything right from our website if you don't have any of the platforms. And you know what? That's all I got to say. You have a great day, and we appreciate you having us on.
Thanks for watching, guys. Please share, like, and subscribe to our channel and find us on all of our social media, links in our bio. Thanks.